If you're over 60 and your body feels stiff or your mobility is slowing you down, you don't need a gym. You just need 3 minutes a day. In Japan, elders use a routine called radio Taiso to stay flexible, mobile, and strong. Let's do it together now. What if I told you that one of the most powerful things you can do for your body, mind, and sense of purpose takes only 3 minutes a day? No pills, no gym, no equipment. Just a little space, a calm breath, and a short routine that has quietly transformed millions of lives for nearly 100 years. It is called Radio Taiso, a gentle series of rhythmic, mindful movements done each morning by seniors throughout Japan. But here is the twist. This is not just a senior workout. It is a daily reset, a grounding ritual, a 3-minute promise to yourself that says, I am still here. I am still capable, and I choose to keep moving. If you are over 60 and living in the United States, chances are you've tried exercise programs, abandoned them, restarted them, or felt discouraged by routines that were too hard, too long, or too painful. But this simple series of movements is different. Today in this video, I am not just going to show you how to do Radio Taiso. I am going to show you why these 3 minutes might become the most important part of your entire day. Stick with me to the end, because you'll learn one of the most important insights that nearly everyone misses about ordinary daily motions, and it will radically change how you age from this day forward. Let me know your name and where you are watching from before we get started in the comments. I really love hearing from you guys. Benefit number 1, flexibility and joint rejuvenation. Reclaim your freedom to move. Let's be honest, by the time we reach our 60s, stiffness starts to feel normal. We blame it on age, old injuries, arthritis, genetics, you name it. And then, usually without noticing, we stop doing things that used to be easy. We avoid stairs, hesitate to bend down, and stop reaching high or low because it feels uncomfortable. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Stiffness isn't age, it's lack of motion, and that means it is reversible. Your joints are still listening, your muscles are still capable. They just need a signal. And that is exactly what Radio Taiso provides. These smooth, circular movements and soft stretches are not random. Rather, they will help stimulate your synovial fluid, the natural lubricant inside your joints, while reminding your muscles how to work together again. Think of it as oiling a rusty hinge that hasn't been opened in years. You don't have to stretch like a gymnast. You simply have to show up daily. As one man told me, after just 2 weeks of doing these movements every morning, I bent down to tie my shoe without thinking, and I realized I hadn't done that naturally in years. That is not magic. That is mobility restored. Your body remembers movement. You just have to reintroduce it gently, consistently, lovingly. Benefit number 2, micro. Cardio that heals instead of exhausts. Most people hear cardio and instantly think sweating, panting, pounding feet, elevated heart rate, and honestly, a lot of dread. But here is a secret. After 60, your body doesn't need punishment. It needs activation. Radio Taiso provides just that. A short burst of microcardio, gentle, rhythmic movement that increases circulation, raises your heart rate just enough, and reminds your body, we're still moving, we're still alive. Microcardio is not about intensity. It is about reconnecting with the natural rhythm of your body. Just a few minutes can. You've probably been told at some point you should meditate. And maybe you've tried. You sit still, close your eyes, and your brain suddenly runs a marathon. The grocery list, the appointment you forgot, the ache in your knee. It all barges in at once. For many people over 60, traditional meditation feels more stressful than soothing. That is why moving meditation is such a gift, and why Radio Taiso delivers peace in the most unexpected way. These are gentle, fluid motions that not only move your body but also quiet your mind. As your arms go up and down, your breathing follows the rhythm. For 3 easy minutes, your focus is taken away from fears and responsibilities to something so exquisitely simple. Being here in your body present, alive. Radio Taiso is structured enough to guide you, yet simple enough to free the mind. It becomes a calm ritual, a moment of clarity that one perhaps hasn't felt in years. And as it happens, the science agrees. Light, rhythmic movement reduces cortisol, relaxes tension, and even improves sleep quality in older adults. You don't need stillness to find peace. Sometimes peace lives in motion, in the soft sway of your spine, the gentle lift of your hands, the quiet music of your breath. This is not just exercise. It is a moving prayer for the body and mind you still call home. Benefit number 4, brain-fade synchronization. Reconnecting the circuits time forgot when we age. There are many instances when we blame getting older for memory lapses, clumsiness, or brain fog. But what if those symptoms aren't from decline, but from disconnection? Your brain and body are designed to work as one. With every turn, every reach, and every balancing act, tiny messages zip between neurons and muscles, fine-tuning your movements, keeping you from falls, and staying sharp. But when life becomes repetitive, sitting too much, moving less, avoiding certain motions, this line of communication starts to go silent. The result: slower reactions, hesitant steps, missed curbs, brain fog. Radio Taiso brings that connection back online. Every deliberate arm lift, every twist of the torso, every weight shift sends a message to your brain to re-engage, recalibrate, and rebuild coordination. You are not just exercising. You are rewiring your nervous system. Neuromotor studies reveal that this type of movement can improve balance, sharpen reaction times, improve cognitive abilities, restore coordination. One man said, "I used to trip over curbs. Now I see them before my foot moves. My brain and body finally feel connected again." That is not luck. That is neuromuscular reawakening. And it is possible at any age. You are not losing abilities. They're just waiting to be reactivated. Aging doesn't only affect the body sometimes. It quietly steals pieces of who we are. Maybe you stop doing activities that you loved. Maybe you rely upon others more than you once did. Perhaps you feel overlooked in a world that is forging forward. And gradually, without meaning to, you start to feel like a smaller version of yourself. But here is the thing: you haven't vanished. That strong, capable, confident you is still there, waiting for moments that remind you of your power. Radio Taiso becomes one of those moments. A simple daily practice that says, I can still move. I am still in control. I am still connected to my body. I am still part of my own story. These movements give you something many seniors lose: a sense of ownership over your body and your health. They reconnect you with your independence, not through force, but through presence. Not by intensity, but by intention. Every time you show up to those 3 minutes, you are taking back a piece of you that you felt like you were losing. Because your identity isn't defined by age. It is defined by how you choose to show up each day. You are still here. And every time you choose to move with intention, even for just 3 minutes, you are reminding yourself exactly who you are. Radio Taiso isn't just a fitness routine. It is a declaration, a quiet act of ownership in a world that too often tells you your body should be slowing down. Every small motion becomes an act of dignity, of defiance, of identity. Because you are not your age. You are not your diagnosis. You are not defined by what you've lost. You are defined by what you continue to do. That simple, conscious choice to move, joyfully, gently, and consistently, is your way of saying, I am still in charge of this life. So with Radio Taiso, when you lift your arms, rotate your shoulders, or rise tall onto your toes, you are not just exercising. You are whispering to yourself, powerfully and clearly, I am still me. Practical advice from a wellness expert: start where you are if you are starting, or starting over, after age 60. Here is my gentle encouragement: start where you are, not where you think you ought to be. You don't need perfect form. You don't have to get up. You do not even need to complete the entire routine on day 1. Radio Taiso exercises can be done while seated and still confer immense benefits. What matters is not the intensity, but the consistency of the regimen. Start with 3 minutes each morning. Make it a ritual. a soft moment which belongs only to you. Same time, same quiet space, maybe even the same music. Let this be a message to your body and mind. This is my time. If you've been managing arthritis, heart conditions, or mobility challenges, talk with your doctor. But remember, gentle movement is almost always better than no movement at all. And if you miss a day, it is okay. Come back the next day. Aging gracefully is not about perfection. It is about kindness, consistency, and showing up for yourself. One small step at a time. Let's begin together before we begin. Find a quiet place where you can sit or stand comfortably. No equipment, no pressure. Just your body, your breath, and a willing heart. Let's move as one. Music fades in softly closing message. You deserve this time if no one has reminded you today. Let me be the first. You are strong. You are becoming. And your choice to move today is a gift to your body, your story, and your future. 3 minutes, which may seem trifling, carry a powerful message. I'm still here. I still care. I still matter. This gentle routine doesn't just strengthen your body. It strengthens your spirit. It reminds you that aging isn't fading. Aging is refining, becoming more intentional, more aware, more you. Each time you come back to this practice, you are telling your whole being, we're not done, we're evolving. Let this rhythm be an anchor in your day. Not a task, but a gift. If this message touched something inside of you, big or small, I'd truly love to hear from you. Comment below with your first name, your age, and where you're watching from. Tell me how you felt afterwards, or simply say, I did it today. Because someone out there is watching just like you, and your voice might be the spark to help them begin. Thank you for your presence here. Thank you for moving with me. And most importantly, thank you for choosing to show up for yourself. You are not alone on this journey. You are part of something truly beautiful.